Hi everybody, it's Cindy and I'm back to do another cross stitch video and update for you. I have 3 finishes that I have done. One is a gift and 2 are Christmas tree ornaments that I have been working on. My goal this year was to finish as many Christmas ornaments as I can without stressing myself out. I don't have a number set or a limit. But I do want to see what I could add in 1 year to my tree. Now, the first piece that I'm going to show you is a gift. I know I'm doing a lot of gifts lately. And everybody else who received all of the ornaments I have made for them absolutely loved them. Especially the St. Patrick's Day piece. She was so surprised and loves it. So when you send it out and you get that type of reaction, that's always awesome. And that's why we make our gifts and give them to people. We hope that they enjoy them. The first piece I'm going to show you, is a gift. It's a wedding piece. Now, in my last video, I did show an ornament that I made for a wedding that I'm going to be going to, and I did not like the piece. Yes, I think we are our worst critics, but it did not scream wedding to me. It wasn't my best work, and I was not happy with it, and there was no way I was going to send out a piece like that. So what I did is I went through my stash, and I found the perfect piece I wanted to do. It's by Little House Needleworks, and it's called Quaker Birds. Now, the linen I chose is 25 count Jubilee Babbling Brook, and I chose that color because the bridesmaid dresses are going to be light blue. So I'm going to show you the piece, and you could see in the middle I put the Swarovski crystals, and it's hard to get the sparkle on the heart and the 2017, but it really does sparkle. And there you go, you can see it a little bit there when the light hits it. This was done with the DMC silver. Now I haven't worked on that in so long, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be based upon what I heard people say. The trim, you could see, is tulle and pearl beads all the way around. On the back I did, of course, just plain white fabric, but there is a charm, and it says made with love. And then this bow, now this piece to me screams wedding, and I'm proud to send this out. I think it's one of the best pieces I have ever made. I'm really happy with how that came out. Now, making this piece, you know when you get a design in your head and you just have to finish it? And I was up one night till 1 a.m. I never stay up that late ever. And I was just going through my mind, and it was done stitched, but I knew I wasn't going to finish that night. But I was picking out different ribbons and trims, and I had to, it was hard for me to go to sleep. I woke up the next day and I finished the piece like right away. I was excited to finish it. And does anybody else get like that? I mean, I got excited to finish the piece, and I wanted to finish it. So I'm glad it's done. I'm going to be mailing that out in the next day or two. It's going to be for her bridal shower instead of her wedding. And her bridal shower is April 1st. So I'm excited to send that out. And that piece I am proud to send out. That displays my work and what I do. The next piece I did is a pattern by Prairie Schooler. And these are Barnyard Christmas. And I did the kitty cat. Now, I couldn't understand the bird in this pattern, so I left the bird out. Can somebody explain that to me? I couldn't understand the bird, but I did want to stitch a cat. And the reason why I wanted to stitch it is I did a dog piece already that I already have, and I had 2 cats growing up. One was Midnight, one was Snowball, and you know, I love all animals, so I wanted to do a cat piece, and I have Mr. Kitty now. Now, Mr. Kitty, I put a bell and a collar there, and you know, the bell moves. Now, stitching the piece in the pattern, this leg was not attached. I couldn't understand it. So I attached Mr. Kitty his leg. I felt he needed his leg attached to him. I just added some cording. And that is the back of the fabric. And he will be added to the Christmas tree. And I could display him all year if I wanted to. So that's why I kind of went with that theme on that piece. The next piece, excuse me while I get that. I'm sorry, I had to reach. Is by Little House Needleworks. And this is the Sheep Virtues. And this is Love. Now, I changed quite a bit on this pattern. The heart was trimmed in brown, and there were things on the side. I eliminated that. I didn't like what was in the middle. I changed a lot on the piece. I added red Swarovski crystals over here, which you can't see sparkle, but they do. And then you have a silver heart here. I added the trim. On the back is green, you know, the green fabric. And those are my 3 pieces that I have finished. In the last video, I forgot, I put a picture of it, but I didn't show. And these are pieces, excuse me, that I did last year. And this is by the chalk, patterns. There is Hello Spring. That is hanging by my fireplace right now. That is the back. And then this one will be coming out soon. And it's called Catch a Wave. And I have anchor fabric on the back. So those are the 2 pieces. I think those are all the cross stitch pieces I own now. I don't have any more. Now I'm working on Tree of Hope. And I actually put this down last week. I stopped working on it for a little bit. I needed a break. And I thought I would pick up another big piece and work on that, but I didn't. I've just been focusing on my small pieces. So let me put this in back so you can really see it. And there is the Tree of Hope. You can see I'm getting in the middle of the flower, and you got the bird done. And I just adore the colors in this piece. It's a beautiful piece to stitch. And I'll be excited to start on it again. I don't have any timetable of when I need it done or want it done. My Christmas ornaments, I don't have a certain amount of ornaments that I set for myself to do this year. I just stitch what I feel I want to stitch. I don't have any goals or timelines or anything like that. Now, somebody was kind enough to send to me all of the Just Cross Stitch ornament issues of all the magazines going back to 2005. The only one I was missing was 2015, and I wanted to pick out patterns that I wanted to stitch. So I pulled them all out last night, and I just went through 3 of them. And I think I pulled out like 15 ornaments I want to do. So I haven't purchased anything recently, but I did go to 123 Stitch today to order my supplies for all of those ornaments. I don't really have that much linen, so I did need to purchase the linen for all the pieces. And I tried to buy what they had recommended, so I'll have different colors and things like that. And I'm excited to get those started. I did have one project kitted up that I'm working on now, so I do have one in the works. And like I said, I pulled about 15. That was from just 3 magazines. I didn't even get to the rest. So there's a whole lot to choose from. I know. Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is doing all Christmas tree ornaments this year also. And she's got, I think, the DVD to do all the ornaments. So that's quite interesting that she's doing it from them and I'm doing them from the magazines. And she's done some beautiful pieces, so as much as I inspire her, she inspires me, and it'll be interesting to see what we both come up with at the end of the year for our trees. So it is fun to work along with someone else and see what they're doing. I'm trying to catch up on all of the Flosstube videos, and there's so many out there, and I enjoy each and every one. I do learn so much from watching the videos, and it's exciting to see projects people are working on, and what they want to work on coming up, and what they have purchased, and it's always fun to see what other people are doing. I get excited. And I do watch it while I'm stitching, so that gives me inspiration to finish pieces. Now, in my last video, I showed you the stuffing I use for my pieces. Well, and I haven't had to purchase those in well over a year. I was getting a little low on my supply, and I went to purchase it, and they are no longer making that stuffing. I was just like, why? It can't be. So here I go on my search of finding another good stuffing, and I was using that stuffing for years. So it was definitely disappointing to know that it's gone now, and now I had to go find a new one. And I bought two. One was from Hobby Lobby, their stuffing, and I used that on Kitty, and it was fine. It has a dense feel when it's finished, but it was a little lumpy in the back. Now you can't see it on the piece. It's how I feel it. So I'm never using that stuffing again. That one's done. So the next one I did purchase, it's called Silky Soft, and I'll show you the bag. And that I did the sheep virtues with, and that came out, it's extremely smooth. There's no lumps or bumps, or it's very smooth, but there's no density or weight to it. It feels like a feather, and I'm used to having some density and weight and having it feel like a solid piece. So that one I'll do if I can't find anything else that's really good. If anybody has a good stuffing they've been using for years and they love and they make ornaments with it, please let me know what you're using. I will try it and let you know how I feel about it, and I'll be using that. I can't believe that they stopped making that stuffing. Definitely a little bit of disappointment there, but on to new things, I guess. And it really is. People say, oh, all stuffings are just the same. They are not. When you've been stuffing pieces for years and you know the feel that you want, they are not all the same. Like I said, I've used dozens before, and the last one I had was the best one I've ever used. And Silky Soft comes close. Like I said, it's very smooth, it's easy to use, but it has no density to it. And that's the best way I could explain it. It has like no weight to it. That pillow is like a feather, and I like to have like it feel like something. So I would really, please leave a comment below on what you're using. I would love to know what people are using for their stuffing. Elizabeth, what are you using for your your ornaments? Your ornaments are looking awesome. I'd love to know what you use. And like I said, I'll definitely try out a bunch more until I find the perfect one. But so far, Silky Soft will have to do for now. I do want to say I get so much enjoyment and excitement out of seeing people's comments and subscribing and, you know, giving a thumbs up. I mean, that's why we do our videos. And I do want to thank each and every one of you for coming and watching my videos. It takes time out of your day. And I hope I do give you something from the videos that you can use. And I get a lot from a lot of people's videos. I'm like, oh, I never thought about that. Or, you know, it's just amazing what other people come up with. And I think this is an amazing community that I'm a proud person to be in. I'm looking forward to meeting more people as I catch up on all of the videos. And I hope everybody is having an awesome stitching week and you get some time in to put out some stitching into the pieces. And until we meet again, happy stitching, everyone. Okay, this is where all the seeds are, and I planted all these on February 28th, and you could see pretty much every cup has buds in them. They're all starting to grow. And these are tomatoes and flowers, and they're really starting to grow pretty well.